Boom, boom. This is Kendra, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Soul up today, so let's go ahead and talk about what we got. So the anniversary event's over, so I hope everybody had a good deal with that. I did manage to get Rukia. I managed to walk away, didn't walk away with too much. I managed to get 31 shards. I'll probably just go ahead and throw those towards Rukia. At this point, I don't see any reason to put them into Yaki, but I'm not going to be using either of them at the moment, so either or doesn't matter. I also managed to get my hand on just 10 of the cherry cakes, or the cherry pies. I think they were cherry cakes. The item that was required to get the token. So I did manage to get my hand on 10 of those, which allowed me to purchase one pack of the 10 pack of the tokens. So I did get 10 time tokens, which helps me get a little bit closer to purchasing something inside of here. So as you can see, I'm going to need 45. I want to go ahead and get Nimu's broom here, which is at 45. So that's what I'm going to do with that once I have enough. So I should be getting there pretty soon. Okay, coupon shop in 3 days. I'll be able to purchase another 5. That'll get me up to 37, and then I'll just need 8. So the next event, as long as usually they have 10 pack tokens in there, so as long as I'm able to get that, I should probably get the remaining 10 tokens that I would need to actually get it. So I'm hoping that at the end of the next event I'll be able to get Nimu's broom, and when we do that, we'll do that together. I'll purchase it, awaken it up and everything, and we'll show you how that as well. So we've got a couple. So we've got the treasure trial, as always, is up. This is a really good event. Okay, it's the rest of it's locked, but it'll be opening up in a couple of days. But I've already cleared through the first set here, and as you can see, this is for. As you can see, I've been getting a lot of the chests. So I went back. I did one sweep for extra chests. As I said before, I go straight through using my main team. Okay, I don't focus on any of the requirements. Okay, don't focus on them whatsoever. I go through one pass, beat the levels, then come back through and adjust my team accordingly to get some of the chests. And as you can see, I've had pretty good luck so far in this one. But my team's gotten a lot stronger. I'm up over 8 million now. I'm at 8.08 million is what my total BP is. So this is really not that difficult. I've completed this every single time they've had it except for once. And surprisingly enough, the team I lost to was pretty much almost a duplicate of my team. They were just a little bit more powerful, and made it much more difficult, and I couldn't quite get them beat. But I generally always come to that. I'll show you the final fight on this level here when we get to it. It's not open as of yet, but because it stops halfway through, so you have to wait for it. All right, so yeah, so that's what I've done. So definitely want to do this because, like I say, the rewards in here are excellent. I mean, you can get all kinds of stuff depending on what you're looking for. Get some mats, some gifts. Look at this here, some soul jade if you're looking for some soul jade. The awakening essence, always useful. This right here is for not a UR, SR weapon. So you can almost get a weapon alone inside of here. I'll probably change some of these. I'm just seeing how many times we got the weapon. Yeah, so there's, okay, so you can get a weapon, so you can get 15, 30, 45, so you can get 60 inside of here. You only need 50 to make a weapon. What I normally do is I do get them, and then I make a weapon for Ichigo. And I choose Ichigo simply because it's best to choose Ichigo or Unohana for these SR shards, simply because of the fact that I've never seen them offered inside of the gacha. Now, if you go into the gacha, okay, and then go into the gear exchange, you can get awakening weapons for some of the characters inside of here. Unfortunately, like for here's Zengitsu. This is for Ishin. Ichigo's father. So you can get shards in here, but for some reason I've never seen Unohana's or Ichigo's weapon inside of here for sale for some reason. Okay, Unohana's is it's the big worm, or I think it's a caterpillar or a worm. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I think it's Uzumaki, something like that. But you can actually get that inside of the shard chest, and Ichigo's Zangetsu is in there as well. So you can get them from within there. You can't get them at other places. At least I've never seen them offered. So that's I have used both of those chests to awaken weapons for those characters. I don't really use Unohana much anymore, simply because I now have Christmas Orihime, who's the best healer in the game. Unohana is this. Nell's probably in terms of straight up healing. Christmas Orihime is better, but Christmas Nell does healing and she does some other support, so she's probably a slightly better overall character. And then Unohana's the third best healer in the game, and then fourth is of course SR version of Orihime, which you should probably be using if you need healing early in the game. But you want to go for Unohana after that, because she is an SSR and she's the best healer in the game. I used her for quite some time until I got to the point where I realized healing is not something that's useful in the game. You need to be able to it's just one slot you can't waste. You need to have that slot for a power character during attack. And unfortunately, the healers, Unohana, Christmas Orihime, and Christmas Nell to a little bit, don't do that much in terms of attack. So I switched to the War Soul of Healing, which I've spoken about in numerous videos. You should go back and watch my past videos where I talk about that, simply because it's the best healing item in the game, and it does all my healing needs. Okay, up to Story of Chapter 20, I did not need any healing whatsoever. I've been using it, and it's been fine. But you can get her weapon in here. I can't remember the name of that. What is that weapon called? Yeah, Minazuki. Minazuki's the weapon. So you can get Minazuki and Zangetsu, which is Ichigo's, inside of those chests. So that's what I usually use them for. As you can see, I have awoken Minazuki on her. I don't do it, of course, anymore. Now I've just been mainly focusing on Ichigo. I've got 2 on him, and I'm almost ready to do the third awakening on him, I believe. Yeah, I've got weapon, awaken. No, actually, I'm maxed out, so I will probably switch to somebody else, because I have done the double awaken on his weapon. So I'll probably use it on somebody else at this point. Okay, because that's really the only way to go about it at this point in time. So yeah, we'll power that up and see how it goes. But I'll probably, I really don't have much in terms of SSR characters that as you can see, I'm all pretty much maxed. Mostly my UR characters. But there are a couple SSR characters I have looked at. One of them is Lisa. Now you can get Lisa's, you can get her weapon, which is Haguro Tonobo. Haguro Tonbo. You can get that inside of the gear shop. I have seen that in there before, but not very often. But that's another thing you can get in the chest. And she is my next focus in terms of SSR, simply because of her back row attack. And she does an excellent job of back row attack. So she's one of the characters. As you can see, I've already put some awakening into her as well. And I'm going to be bringing her up after I finish with today's character, which is finally a chance. So I do have enough shards, so we're going to go ahead and focus on Stark. As I said before, I wanted to bring Stark up. Stark offers a good bit of support, also a crit chance increase and a number of other items that makes him really useful. He'll be done this evening. I've still got this weapon right here. I might actually be able to do it right now. No, I'm not going to have enough. I'm not going to have quite enough stamina, and I think I've run out of these actually. No, I do have that, so I can sweep that once to get the 4. But I'm going to have to get this up to 15. So I'll do that this evening. I'll have enough shards to do it this evening. So tomorrow I'll be able to start working on Lisa. But yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at Stark. Stark is excellent in terms of the skill set. He was one of the ones that I wanted. Now I'm almost in the position to double awaken his weapon. I need a few more shards. So I'll have to try to get those up. Hopefully I can scrape those up sometime without having to wait for another soul box event for him, since they just had one recently. Um, and we'll have to go for there. So I'm just a few shards short of doing his second awakening, but it'll happen, and he'll be all set. So, but I do have enough to go ahead and take him up to 5-star. 5-star is pretty much considered a minimum of what you're going to need. So let's exchange that and promote him up. So he's now 5-star, and that gets you the damage increase. At 6-star, you get the damage reduction. 7-star, you don't get anything in terms of skills, which is why a lot of people don't even focus on the 7th star enhancement. Considering the amount of a match, the amount of shards that you have to get, and the amount of materials and whatnot, it's just really not prudent to do it unless, you know, just by accumulation, natural accumulation. But as you can see, to do the promotion, it's 240. Okay, so that's definitely, you know, 240. It takes a while to gather those shards, and since you don't really get nothing from it, like, it'd be nice if at the 7th-star you got a special skill or something. You can unlock the final talent set at that, but a lot of people, if you look at a lot of the Team 6-star, is where they seem to mostly stop at. But, you know, it is what it is. So as you can take a look, I now have him up. So he's probably going to be, I'm pretty much set with my team. As I said before, I wanted something. Full Hollow Ichigo sometimes does not survive, so I wanted something to back up that. Okay, we've got Stark now. So if a stage fails, I can, you know, and I can start doing minimal swaps with characters here to get a little bit more of a flexibility inside of the story stages and elite stages, if needed as well, where I can go ahead and make a little bit of an adjustment. Like, they don't give you enough mats to do a bunch of characters, so you got to be a little bit selective. But I do want to go ahead and focus on an SSR character now that I'm finished with Ichigo. The two choices are, of course, Soifan. Soifan is an excellent character. She does excellent attack. So she's one that you consider. And then Lisa is one to consider. Lisa, I like Lisa, as I said, because of her back. And I'm almost, you know, with another 180 some sort, I can get her up to 6-star. But if you look at Soifan, Soifan is already at 6 stars, and I'm well on way to 7-star for her. So what I'm going to be doing is focusing a little bit on which one would be the book, because I have awoken both of their weapons. Okay, so the next, I've already got one for Suzumaki. Now, Suzumaki can be gotten inside of the gear shop. As a matter of fact, it might be in there. If it is, let's go ahead and purchase that. So let's go into the summon, go into the gacha, and go into the gear exchange here. So hers is very easy. There's Lisa's right there. You'll see this in here quite often, but there have been numerous times I've came here where it's not in there. So they obviously reset this. So let's see if there's Suzumaki. I don't think I have enough. I think it's 480. I don't have enough, but I will shortly. So you can get the weapons inside there. But like I say, Unohana's and Ichigo's weapon, I have never seen them in the gacha gear exchange. Never. Okay? So if you're looking for either of those two as ones that you want to focus on, you're going to have to get that. You're going to have to get the chests. And you can get the chests. You can get them in the World Championships, and you could actually get them inside of the Treasure Trial. But the Treasure Trial is an exceedingly high-level event. But you don't have, you know, to beat. You have to unfortunately beat it to get the chest. This reward chest is only available at the end of the event. You have to be here to get it. Okay, so you know, you got to get all the way to the end, unfortunately, all the way to 20. So, and then you have to beat 20. And it's usually tough. Okay, as you can see, this one's going to be tough right now because it's got this freaking nightmare in there, which is Notora, which is the cheat character in the PvP game. So this one's going to be pretty tough to beat. Anytime you've got Notora in here. So, okay, so, yeah, as you can see, my team. So 3 of these characters are characters that I have in my team as well. And the one that I lost on was virtually duplicate of my team, which is, I have a really good team. It's really paired up very well. So this only constitutes to that fact. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one to beat. Anytime he's in it, that's a guaranteed extension. Okay, so taking out characters you're not going to take him out on the first round. It's impossible. When he takes fatal damage, he becomes immune for an entire round to rages and regular attacks. He's completely immune. You're going to nail him with your rages. It's 0 damage. Okay, so he's going to survive. You're going to waste an entire round of your chances trying to kill him. Okay, so you want to make sure that you take out other characters. Okay, so that's the way it goes in terms of that. Otherwise, you're just going to waste your turns. You're probably going to have to manual this most likely, simply because you're going to want to try to avoid him once he becomes fatal, because he doesn't do much damage. He's not that much of a damage dealer, but he will survive an entire round after he's taken fatal damage. So, and if you're autoing and he happens to be in a slot before some of the other characters and he's in front row, you're going to be focusing on him, and you're not going to be doing any damage to the other characters that may very well be alive, who do a serious amount of damage, like this one, this one, this one, and this one, all do serious amount of heavy damage. So these guys are going to get another shot at you, okay, because you're trying to kill him. Combine that with Sazi, who revives, okay, so he's going to come back again after you kill him as well too. So this is going to be a nightmare stage to beat. The rewards, of course, are going to be well worth it. But this is one of the toughest I've seen in quite some time. It's usually not this bad. But yeah, they really stack this up. 4 heavy duty damage dealers and tanks, combined with immense survivability. Yeah, that's going to be a toughie. But it hasn't opened a few more days, but we'll go for it and see what we can do. You can try it as many times as you want, so if you fail the first time, it's not like you have to worry about it. All right, so next, let's go ahead and look at that. We've got the Battle Arena event up, so make sure that you're doing 10 a day so that you can get all of the actual gold tokens. So the gold tokens can be spent inside of a limited exchange. There's some good stuff in here. Again, this is the SSR weapon pack that you'll get in the treasure trial. As you can see, this has all the good ones in it. You'll see Minazuki in here. Minazuki, right there she is. Right there's Minazuki. You won't see her in the gear shop. And there's others. And then right here is Ichigo. This is you won't see this in the gear shop either. Got your gear shop. So if you want those, you got to get them from in here. Okay, so you do want to go for these. And it has some of these others. There's a few others that I've never seen inside the gear shop that are only available inside this chest. The chest, I believe, is everybody. Okay, exclusive weapon choice pack. So this is for everybody. So if there's anybody that you're not seeing inside the gear shop, you can get them inside the chest, which makes these chests valuable. And as you can see, they're very valuable because it's 200, which means you only get 140 maximum coins out of this event from a free-to-play perspective. You have to purchase coins inside of the daily pack to get any more. So you're going to need 60 more. So you have to do a little bit of a purchase to actually get this. Okay? Otherwise, you can beat the treasure trial and get them there. So that's where I get a lot of the stuff at. So yeah, it's something that you need to focus on. All right, so so I'm at 8.09 million. I'm moving up. We're keeping up. Like I say, things are a little bit slow. We have not haven't got the actual next story mode yet. I don't know if we are. It's been quite some time. I've got everything maxed out. My elites are all maxed out. Everything's 3-starred in terms of the elites. So I'm just waiting for new content, which we haven't been getting. We just keep getting standard events over and over, and the standard special events like the anniversaries and whatnot. They haven't been doing anything else in terms of updating the game, except for the cross-server chat, which we got a month or two ago. So yeah, there's really not a whole lot going on. So I log on daily, do my stuff. If there's an event, I'll participate. But you know, in terms of that, I really don't focus on it that much. I log on once in the morning. I do everything. It takes me like maybe 30, 40 minutes to do all the stuff. Really, it doesn't take. It's really not that not much of a problem. And then I'll hit it this evening, 7 o'clock or so, and I'll use up all the stamina. Just get it back to zero. So I want to be so I'm constantly updating my stamina. So I always keep it at zero. When it gets full, I'll always make sure that I use it so that it can start regenerating. So it usually fills up automatically at the end, in the evening sometime, and I'll go in and I'll clear it, and then and that's what I do consistently. So I probably spend about 35, maybe 40 minutes a day on the game. Maybe a little bit longer. I might spend an hour if there's some events or stuff to do. But really, these treasure trials, they give you plenty of time to do it. It's not like you have to be in a rush to do it. So I'll just usually do 2 or 3 a day. And as you can see, I'm already maxed out where I'm at. 2 more days before they opens up the next stages, so it's not that big a deal. In terms of here, not bad characters. They're all SSR characters, of course. So if there's any of these if you're a newer mid to mid-level player game, all of these are excellent characters. Barragan's very, very good. Ishin is very, very good as well. Lynette is good too. She has good survivability. Yuchiri does pretty good damage, actually, surprisingly. So she's something to consider if you're a newer mid-level player. Any one of these characters might be. These are not SR characters. These are SSR characters, and they're not bad. They're actually a pretty good selection in terms of making up a team. And then we've got you can get a few shards for Sinbin Sakura if we just had him in the past event. If you didn't get the 5-star to get the weapon, but again, you can only get you get 3 times. So, but you'd have to purchase a lot of tokens because it's 400. So that's exceedingly expensive. But if you didn't get it inside of it, it's a chance to get it here. Then they have the tombs, and of course, always the Omni shards, which is probably what I will end up focusing on. Everything else I have plenty of. There's really nothing in here. So I'll probably just snatch up the Omni shards. I've got more than enough Awakening Essence. I've got 75 of them. I do need to get a few more of the shards because I need to unlock Stark's second war slot. His battle soul. I think it's, how much is it? So if we go into his upgraded profile, so yeah, just need to do that, and then we need to do the war soul, and I'll have to preference it. So just 15 shards. Okay, so once I get 15 Omni shards, I'll go ahead and set that up. I'm not too far out of that. I think I'm in single digits right now, actually. Yeah, I've only got 2. So 13 shards later. Couple events. I might be close. I think I can actually get 13. I usually get 2 sets of 5 and a couple extra. So I might be able to do it after this event. And if I do, I'll put those shards into unlocking his second battle soul. And that will make him completely ready for usability inside of any of the story stages or any of the extreme challenges. He's already been slotted into my extreme team for Tiger, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, so I just wanted to hit that up with you, let you know that there is a battle arena event. It's so you don't see it. It's under. You have to go into the cool events under limited time events, and it's right here. So it's not like the Karakura Town event, which is like right out here on the thing, where you can see it and take part in it. You have to actually go inside the limited time events to actually get it. To use the exchange, so don't let that. Keep an eye on the treasure trial. Try to get as far as you can. Hopefully we can beat it, but this is going to be a tough one, and we'll have to see what happens on that. But other than that, that is everything I have got. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on it, and you get notified each time I drop a video. Just remember, like and share the videos. It helps the channel immensely. Kim here, coming at you from the corner, signing out.